Hi everyone, this is Erin. It's January 17th, 2017. I have a letter written here from Steve MacDowell, I think, Dr. Steve MacDowell. It's quite long, but he's an excellent printer as opposed to most doctors. And let's see, it's called Beware. It says, in the trepidation of Florida's Department of Corrections, or maybe I should restate the warehousing of lives that are said to be dangerous to your society. Yet illegal warehousing could actually be construed as a for-profit human trafficking ring. Who are the individuals held behind the shimmering razor wire? How does Florida decide the sale of life to for-profit corporations as GEO Corp or CCA? And after these lives have been sold to the highest bidder under the guise of institutional needs, what really transpires in the dark and hidden agendas of private prisons for profit? Sinister, calculating, negligent, oh, absolutely, and much more. Read a tale of one man serving a 10-year sentence for dealing in stolen property, burglary, with no violent history, no sexual history, no danger to physical life, other than retrieving money owed to him by unscrupulous businesses. Dr. Steve MacDowell, number 604704. I think that's the number he's written here. Way too long prisoner of the Department of Corrections. Fails prison operation known as Blackwater River Correctional Facility in the mighty metropolis of Milton, Florida, since November 2nd, 2010. So that's 7 years ago, almost. Well, no, 6, I guess. His life, except for one leave to outside court, has been here. At now 53 years of age and dealing with a facility that purposefully, maliciously, deliberately violates his U.S. constitutional rights, specifically the 14th Amendment and the 8th Amendment, as an inmate who is declared what's this word? Can you read this?
Disable?
Maybe.
Disable under?
Under ADA 42 USC 12131. Also suffering several physical ailments beyond his control. Regarding a special medical diet, or requiring a special medical diet and more, this man, as others, are daily violating due to an administration that counts the Benjamins more than they do the greater good of humanity. This inmate, since 2015, has been forced, threatened, and had his legal rights violated because he did not desire to participate in the profit to GEO vocational or educational programs. After 5 years in BRCF, they began to force this inmate into classes as life skills. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 consecutive times. Also forced into classes as desktop laptop publishing and tech support. And not only that, but as he was placed by the institutional program classification team, so-called, into his choice of a faith and character-based program, he was wrongly removed in October 2016 because the facility said he was in life skills for the fourth time after meeting the graduation requirements and denied diploma and graduation as all others. They barred him from the fourth program for profit through life skills, which violates Florida Statute 944.8034C. Not allowed to remove for education purpose as they did. And it gets better because this inmate accesses and uses the Britannica process designed to remedy issue. He was still yet violates in 3 more ways by BRCF for requesting to be removed from the scam of for-profit education vocation. His good adjustment transfer to an institution in Ocala, Florida was terminated, forced to EUS his time from only BRCF, and his custody would be raised, all because he didn't desire to make GEO money off his body, which they do not own, only house, without the right to force education or vocation on him that doesn't benefit him. Next, this inmate has been victimized through a food service department that continually refuses to prepare, follow diet menu, and serve to inmates on a schedule of 3 meals per day. Some days this inmate is refused, deprived of a medically prescribed diet because again he accessed the provised grievance system when the kitchen violated his special medically needed diet. And as recent as 1/9/2017, this inmate placed a main entry of his eggs in a plastic sealed bag and sent to the warden stating that these eggs may contain poison due to the fact they smelled beyond sewage and had a taste above and beyond tasting of being tampered with. Since just May of 2016, this inmate has written over 100 grievances about his medical diet, misses and withheld meals and more. Not to forget all that have been written before May 2016. Regardless of the danger this 53-year-old man poses due to IBS syndrome, GERD disease, no gallbladder, allergic to seafood, lactose intolerant, a colon disease as diverticulosis, litis, and more. This facility and its abuse to inmates' rights are truly grotesque. At night, many times I go to sleep for being hungry as the kitchen refuses me my diet prescribed by a medical doctor, all due to malicious retaliation. Where is the FOI, the oversight panels, the committees in charge to assure inmates' safety and health? For this inmate, maybe the judicial courts of Florida will tell, as he has files 2 legal writs against the DOC for these violations. This inmate does not seek pity or cry due to his court sentence. Rather, the fact that the law he violated, which sent him to prison, who will be accountable for the violation of some law to protect his rights. Not GEO, not the BRCF administration or grievance process. Floridians and all others, yes, prisoners, have a purpose, but when the use of that entity abuses laws, how do we not hold them accountable? Being an inmate is not a clear sign someone who speaks out is telling lies. Quite the contrary. Lies are being spun by the money master to keep its assets under cover with little to no care except for oxygen. So ask yourself, what am I praying for in this? Paying for? Justice? Safe society? Absolutely. But then ask, how far does abuse on its use go without intervention of truth? You decide. Approximately 130,000 inmates in Florida and almost 2 million in the U.S. are waiting for your decision. Dr. Steve MacDowell. Please, P.S. Encourage all to write, ask their questions and more. Tell them to send SASE for a reply. Should they desire. Alert the newspaper, Miami Herald.
Self-addressed stamp envelope.
Oh, okay. And St. Pete's Times. Okay, that's a letter from a very unhappy and very hungry inmate. Thanks for listening.